Welcome everybody, we're getting to this next game. We are going to be spawning directly on top of Clash's Shew. It is going to be the Blue Protoss yet again, actually representing Clash. We just saw Mook take a full series for Clash, and we're going to see him going up, well, him being Shew this time around, going to be going up against impressive plays ZeuS, the orange Terran in the top left. We do have Ohana for the map choice once again, and unfortunately it's isn't the same ESV version that I can't take away the UI to give you the big grand battles in, but that's going to be okay because we're going to have an amazing TVP series for you guys yet again. But as for the state of the series so far, right now Clash is up 1-0 against impressive play. It is a best of 5, so whoever gets their first series scores to be 3 to whatever means they actually are going to be taking this entire clan war. It is part of the ESEA team league, so right off the bat, big props to ESEA. And it looks like ZeuS has been around since the beta, and that would make me think that Shew was as well if he's going to be asking that question. So we have a really seasoned player out of ZeuS, so I doubt nerves are going to be a situation in a... Oh, he was on Requiem? Oh, yeah, that was actually a really good team. They actually merged into Quanta Gaming. It used to be Requiem Gaming. They were led by like Wisely and those guys. You had Shuffle, you had Dark Cell, all of those really good guys. A lot of them are now on Quanta, like Theognis and those guys. So really cool thing to actually have an ex-Requiem guy here. Shew is one of those names that's been around for a while. It's a really strong Protoss player, and now we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening. And just a fun little fact, we're actually having ZeuS being the newest member from Impressive Play, as I quickly just snipe my eyes into the chat to take a look at Tunk saying that. So ZeuS is going to be a really interesting person for me to watch as he's new to IP, because IP's been around forever, since the start of... It's the start of StarCraft 2. They used to actually be known as GMMA, Gaming and Mixed Martial Arts. Like, I knew them back in that day. So they're a really fun crowd. Alright, so now Shew is just running around getting good scout. He did get locked out completely, which is fine. Looks like ZeuS actually just messed up his SCV time to bring him down there. But now that he sees that there is no probe, he'll be throwing down his command center on the low ground. He'll probably be throwing down a bunker over here fairly soon to defend that. This is a great map for those 1 gate/racks expands. Shew, on the other hand, has thrown down a simulator, so who knows about whether or not he's going to be bringing down his second building, or will it be an actual expansion? Looks like setting down a probe means it'll be an expansion, but we could easily just see him doing something weird, like throwing down a robo or a couple more gateways. This could just be for a scout, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. He is chasing it down. Okay, but there's no Chrono being down, throwing down anything else, but with that Stalker coming out, we should be seeing the Nexus going down fairly soon, because the 400 minerals are now out. Alright, and now with this in mind, we see ZeuS throwing down a second and third racks. It's still no gas. He's going very, very marine heavy for the start, and still no bunker. He is really feeling safe right now. And this safety is actually looking like it's well-deserved, because the Nexus has now just been thrown down by Shew. It means he can't really be too aggressive. He can run around with a Stalker or two and try and do things like pick off a Marine or two, but no real pressure can actually be done. So there you have ZeuS finish his natural command center, and he should be getting to an orbital command in a moment, I would really, really hope. Orbital? Am I going to be a liar? Apparently I'm going to be a liar. No, I'm not a liar. Good. I enjoy it when I'm proven to not be a liar. Alright, so now with these 5 racks out, we're going to see the first gas going down for ZeuS. This is a really, really aggressive build it's actually doing. He's probably going to be pushing out with around 16 Marines or so to try and push up the ramp and kind of just punish Shew for going for that 1 gate expand. It's a little bit risky because then whenever you have force fields or good stalker control or even both, it can backfire as you'll lose a lot, but generally it's actually a more economic battle for the Terran than it is for the Protoss. We'll see if Shew's going to go for that. We're going to go ahead and start whittling down the healthiest Marines. But instead of pushing down with 16, ZeuS is going to be pushing out with 8, which is exactly half as powerful as the 16 Marines, if you can go ahead and do your own math. I'm sure you'll find that that is technically correct, but the timing of it may make this even stronger. Like, that's the big thing. Right now, Shew doesn't have enough to force heal the entire ramp, and we're seeing ZeuS actually spreading a little bit, and Shew is going to have his sentries come in a little bit late. There we're going to see the Marines pushing forward. We could see another force heal, we do, but now we have 4 sentries going up against a few Marines. That's not a good battle for those sentries, but there they are going to be running around, and we're watching some getting picked off. It looks like we are having this being a much more economic battle for ZeuS as he's pushing in, and he is killing probes, doing a lot of damage. Stalkers being warped into the high ground, that should be enough, but these sentries are dead, and these Marines are doing so much damage. Look at that, 10 workers have been killed already, and now we're watching ZeuS going to come in and be able to do a ton of damage against those Stalkers. He's actually be able to pick off a pile if he really wants to, but more Marines are coming in. The Stalkers are being actually microed incredibly well, but we have more Marines. 5 Marines keep on coming in, and this is doing so much damage. This probe line is looking to be like it's going to get hit a lot. Oh my god, she was taking so much damage. ZeuS is doing a beautiful job with this small amount of Marines. Look at that, target firing down those couple probes, and he is really doing work. But now Shew's got these 4 Stalkers. That should be enough to push back the Marines, but they still managed to actually target fire down a probe or 2. And there we have some more Marines down here. They will be retreating back, but with 3 Stalkers, Shew should be able to micro his way to victory here. He's actually taking a fair amount of damage. We're seeing 1 Stalker go down in the front. His other Stalkers are spread really nicely. We're seeing more Warbirds coming in, including a Zealot. That would be a beautiful for tanking and some damage. But Shew is going to manage to save this last Stalker, and with that, the push is going to end after we see some sacrificial Marines who apparently don't enjoy living. But talk about a big push. Look at this. We're now down to 25 probes to 35 SCVs. 19 probes were just killed, and look at that unit's loss tab. I think we just found a better push than a 16 Marine push. That damage that was done was crazy. Absolutely crazy good job by ZeuS. Really interesting build, and notice how few add-ons he has. He's getting stim now, his factory completed, probably for his starport once he actually gets the minerals for it, as he does not quite have that available. But that was an incredibly strong first push. God, that was frustrating to see for some. Wait, we have a Twilight Council, what? Twilight Council, we could be seeing DTs. I mean, one behind Dark Shrine, so that could be really, really deadly. Because if you look over here, oh, never mind. ZeuS just threw down a missile turret. So one behind, Dark Shrine to become more behind if ZeuS plays this correctly. We could just see Charge Archon. That'd be another very strong push from Shew, because charge slots are so good against Marines. It's insane when they're in small numbers. That's the big when, though. You can't just say, oh, charge slots are great against Marines, because once you get into the food counts of the army, when they're about 120 and above, charge slots start becoming exponentially worse, because they rely on getting the full surround. They rely on that kind of power. They cannot actually get a full surround when you have a gigantic ball of Marines. That makes literally sometimes half the charge slots just fumble around doing nothing. Alright, so now with that nothing being very powerful, it's usually in favor of Terran for those large battles if you're very charge slot heavy. Then you start getting the realm of needing Storms, Colossi, Archons, those kind of things. And now we just have a really weird double forge placement actually from Shew. It's actually going to end up having a little bit of a delayed second forge now because of that, but that's still fine. So charge, we've got the Psystorm coming down along the way. That's a really, really like. If you go for charge zealots as well as Archons and Psystorm, that'll be a beautiful army composition because ZeuS is going to be able to get hit very hard from that. Third command center is being started by him. He's already killed his rocks, so he's going to be able to take down the third pretty quickly. His combat shield, his concussive shells and everything are done. Concussive shells and stim are quite readily available. Shew's apparently dotting. I think he sees this big push. My school net. Oh, it looks like he lagged. That's what happened. Lag spike. So it looks like ZeuS is lagging, so that's kind of what happened there. But that's the great thing about replays. You don't have any lag issues. So that's a nice little bonus for all of us watching. Alright, we're going to have a big 16 Marine drop. Who needs to do that 16 Marine push at the beginning when you can do a 16 Marine drop later on with an 8 Marine push in the start? Really good build by him. But Shew is now working on his 1-1. Let's say he should be working on his 1-1. He has no charge. He has no blink research. He's just getting down a bunch of gateways. Now we're having a big drop with all of these guys. The Psystorm is available. We could see a big storm right now, and there's a storm going to kill off all of those Marines, but more probes were just taken out. And ZeuS, he's stimmed up and everything, but there's not much in there. Now we're going to see GG by Shew. So that is going to be game 1 actually going to in favor of IP. So Shew gets taken down to game 1, and if we can actually have a really good series on our hand. If ZeuS can go ahead and take this next game, we're going to be 1-1 in terms of the series, and we'll have a really, really cool match on our hands. So let's go ahead and load that up, and then we'll be able to enjoy that next match.